because
Smart.
is
The new
gangsta. And,
baby, baby.
and if you don't know, now
Now
you
you
know.
know,
No,
no, no,
no.
no.
It's what's on your mind.
Yes.
Yeah. What's on your mind?
It's Wednesday. First
Yeah.
of all, what's on my mind is that like we have 2 more days,
Okay.
a day and a wake up.
Okay. One day and a wake up until
March.
yes. So I saw something that said that that there's a proposal to have what is that tomorrow
Uh-huh.
be time refund day. And the idea of time refund day is since leap year like an extra day
Yeah.
that you can just do whatever you want, whether you want to go to work, whether you don't want to go to work, whether you want to catch up on like old tasks, do sleep, like whatever you want to use time refund day for, you can use leap day because it's technically an extra
Oh. Oh.
day. It's an
Hmm.
extra day, right?
Yeah.
So like that's a day that we normally wouldn't have had. And so now what do you do on a day that you know,
A day we don't normally have.
yeah,
Well,
like it's just an extra.
well then I know what we are gonna do tomorrow for sure.
Okay.
Is I guess we're gonna do it the day early. Is wish Amber Robinson a happy birthday because
Yes.
tomorrow is her birthday.
The actual day, yeah.
The actual
Date.
day,
The date.
the date.
Yeah, the date of her birth. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. February 29th. Yes. Yeah.
Mm,
And I think she's like 11 years old
yeah,
if
if
you
that
count it that
right.
way. Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. If you counted it that way, then she would be 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So shout out to all of the leap year
Babies.
babies.
So I
And how you
mean,
celebrate?
I don't know. So what we could just do what we want to do on that day? Oh, like so it's kind of like a timeout.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
pause.
Yeah. If that's what you want to use it
Okay,
for.
timeout, and then like, or you can just
You can like yeah, just whatever you want to do because you have an extra day, a day that wasn't there,
mm-hmm.
you know. So yeah, you use it however you see fit.
And then can you get in trouble for that day since it doesn't exist next year?
Of course not.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
Of course not.
Oh, look, I know what I'm doing.
Of course not. No,
Especially if you get away with it,
there's no trouble.
there's
Yeah,
no trouble.
especially if you get away with it.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
There's absolutely no
What are
trouble.
you doing? I know what I'm doing.
I probably catch up on my backlog, maybe clean up stuff, declutter. I'm kind of decluttering right now. It's my
Boring.
yeah. Oh my
Okay,
god, but it's so worth it.
so I think that's the season because I'm decluttering too, right?
Really?
But that's not what I'm gonna do with my extra
That's
day.
not what you're doing on the extra day? Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm trying to get
Okay.
extra money.
So I need to do something that wasn't already planned on the extra day.
Right.
On okay. Yeah, because that was already on the schedule and already included in the time
Mm-mm.
blocking. So yeah.
But even though it's an extra day, it's still Thursday, and they got plans for you for that
I
Thursday.
do. I got a city council meeting. We got public hearings. And the way that they did it is actually like that's our first meeting in March
Uh-huh.
is the kind of the way that it shook out
Hmm.
because like if we don't do this, then we wouldn't have our, you would like there's a schedule that we have to follow, that where you have to have certain amount of meetings per month.
Okay.
And since tomorrow is like Thursday and it's that extra day, like we're
Mhm.
using that as our March meeting so that
Oh,
we can meet our March requirements for
oh,
our three
oh, so
meetings for the month.
you gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, I got.
Oh, okay.
I can't use extra day.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Mm.
can't use extra day.
So it don't count for everybody.
Not for everybody, I guess. Until we like make it do. Like
Okay.
we gotta make it count. So we got 4 years
We
now
got
to
four
make it
years
count.
to figure it out
Yeah,
and make it work.
that's right. Michelle,
Four,
good morning.
yeah.
We talking about the extra day. We got a proposal to use the leap day for whatever you want.
So do you think a lot of proposals are gonna happen tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know. Is that a day that people propose?
I don't know.
It,
Everybody,
but then you only have a wedding anniversary once a year. So do you mark That's, do
And
you
once
do you make that a significant date?
it's the proposal that you have, right?
Okay, so yeah, you can propose on leap day. I guess it's not your wedding day.
I
Like
mean, but
would you get would you get married on leap day?
I don't know. Maybe somebody did.
Do you want that to be
Oh,
your?
oh, that would be husbands would love that. Like, just say you will only have to celebrate your wedding anniversary every 4 years.
I hear that.
So how can you forget it if you're
It's
married on
on
the
on
29th of February?
yeah
You only have to remember it every 4 years.
yeah you oh yeah, and they
Mhm.
make a big deal out of it, so you wouldn't be able to forget. Yeah
You would, but just think
yeah.
about what you have to do. So if you get 3 years of no like
Mm-hmm.
real anniversary, like you get to pick the day before, you do some, but the fourth year, every fourth year, you gotta like,
Really bring it. You gotta
right?
bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to bring it on year four. Okay, I see that.
So,
I hear that.
ladies, would y'all like to have? Cause I don't know.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Would you would you prefer that? Would you
Mhm.
rather have your anniversary on March 1st or February 29th?
Right.
Which one?
Which one?
Which one would you choose?
Oh man, because if you met on leap year, right? Because a lot of people
Okay.
like to get
What?
engaged on the day that they met, and it'd be like
Okay.
some
Yeah. Yeah.
significance and stuff like that.
Right.
So
Hmm.
it's
That's it.
something to make you say,
Hmm. Very good
Okay,
question.
so would you rather have like a regular anniversary or a leap year anniversary?
Yeah. Put it in the chat. Let us
Let's
know.
go.
Put the chat in the comments. Let us know. Yeah. All that.
Mhm.
So what's on your mind?
Oh, before you say that, so
Okay.
then if you only have an anniversary, do you only count your marriage from the years that's gonna be on the
Mm-mm,
same
no, nope. That's it. That's the deal breaker.
That's the deal
That's the deal
breaker.
breaker right there. That you just found a deal breaker because I need to count them all.
Count them
I
all.
need to count every last one of them, boy. Every last one of them. You earn them years.
Give
Yeah.
me my
I
PTO,
need my PTO, my tenure. I need my tenure, my
my,
PTO,
my
my
sick
my
time.
earn time, my game time, whatever you
I
want to
want
call
my
it.
pension,
I need
nigga.
all of that. So don't sign me up for the leap year anniversary.
Michelle say regular
Yeah,
anniversary.
give me the regular. I take the regular for 200, please. All right, so listen up. It's what's on your mind Wednesday. And so here's what's on my mind. Control the process, you can control the outcome.
Hmm.
All right. So one of the challenges with being an elected official is that everybody thinks that you have a magic wand and that you can provide instant fixing.
Hmm.
So, of course, there's no such thing, and you know that change does not happen overnight. It takes hard work, dedication, and most importantly, there is a process. So, let me break it down. As we know, everything is a process.
Right.
Whether you're fighting for social justice, organizing a community, or trying to make a difference, you have to follow some type of process. And here's the kicker. Here's something Mama Faye told me. Not Mama Faye, Auntie Faye. Auntie Faye said, if you control the process, you can control the outcome.
Hmm.
And if you can't control it, at least you can partially predict it. So we can't just sit around hoping for things to get better. We have to roll up our sleeves and all get to work. That means knocking on doors, making phone calls, and rallying our community together. It means educating ourselves, mobilizing our resources, and building coalitions. But let me tell you, of course, we know it's not easy. There are going to be roadblocks. There are going to be setbacks. There's going to be disappointments along the way. Um, and people are going to doubt us. They're going to criticize us and they're going to try to tear us down, but we cannot let that stop us. Truth of the matter is, change is messy, it's chaotic, and it's often unpredictable. But if we understand the process and, of course, disrupt it if we need to, stay focused on our goals, we can make a difference. We can create the kind of world that we want to live in. So, listen, y'all. Again, what's on my mind? Stop looking for shortcuts and quick fixes. Let's understand the process. Let's take control of our destiny and make our voices heard. Because when we do, there's no limit to what we can achieve. Let's do it. Yeah, let's make some real change, man. But yeah, that's what's on my mind. This magic wand, this magic wand.
The magic wand
Yeah,
does not
it
exist.
does not exist.
Only thing that exists is you getting up,
Yeah, getting out.
doing the work.
Yes, please.
Go get your mail, register to get your mail-in ballot
That's
if
right.
you usually get it because they're not going to send it to you. So don't sit and think that the magic wand.
Nope, it's going to
It,
deliver your ballot
it's not.
without you doing anything. There's a process.
It is a process.
Yeah.
If you have elderly people in your neighborhood who you know is not mobile,
Mm-hmm.
and ask them if they get a mail-in ballot. Help them get their mail-in ballot.
Yeah,
Put the neighbor back in hood, right?
please, thank you.
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah, yeah.
and remember these dates. So the presidential preference primary and municipal elections are happening March 19th for some of the Bay Area municipalities. I think Gulfport's
Mhm.
election is March. I think Clearwater may have a March election. And then, of course, the presidential preference primary. I think the Florida Democratic Party has already chosen Biden as their nominee. And then
Who else was they gonna choose?
it was a few people. There was some people that actually was, trying to get the seat.
I don't know, but
I don't know them, but I know it was a few people that like, put
they
their name in the hat saying, "Hey, we want to be an alternative."
right. I know they thought they had a magic wand too. Okay. All right.
There's a process. There's a process. Early voting starts March 9th through the 17th, and then we'll be posting the times of the early voting locations and all of that good stuff. And then remember, there's a primary in August, and the registration deadline is July 22nd.
And that
Yeah,
August is August 20th, right?
August 20th. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for that. August 20th, and it's the deadline is July 22nd, and then we'll be posting the early voting um, dates, times, and locations as well. Yeah, make sure that you get engaged, y'all, please, and thank you because there is no magic wand. Like we want this change to happen, but we don't want to.
And I'm gonna tell
A
you,
lot of times,
we talk
yeah, we say we don't want to, but some people want to,
so
but
there so let,
a lot of people want to.
okay, here you go.
Yeah.
All change isn't bad.
Mm-mm.
All changes are not good. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I will tell you, if you live in our city, there's a lot of changes. Some good, some
Ooh.
bad.
Say that.
All right. Some good,
Some
some
bad,
bad.
yeah.
I'm gonna
And
and I'm
some is just change. We
right,
haven't determined whether it's good or bad yet.
right.
Some
But
change is just change.
but if you see some change, so good or bad, you
Hmm.
want to be involved.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you want
Yeah.
to know that you put your input
Hmm.
in the city that we love so much.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you, there's power in voting, there's power in organization. When people stop us from getting bunnies, and it took them 6 months
Yeah.
for something that's been happening all my life,
Yep.
6 months for them to say that you no longer can sell bunnies because they organized
Yep. That's exactly
it.
how that. That's
Organize, get together, and let's go.
yeah.
Let's go.
Is that the Chris Brown version?
Let's go. Probably.
Okay. You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Gems. Man, y'all tag a friend, let them know that we up and we on. So when we talk about educating ourselves, mobilizing our resources, and building coalitions, I just wanted to say a little bit more about that. So
Hmm.
one of the ways that we can educate ourselves is by reading, y'all, and really diversify your reading list by exploring books, articles, and essays from various perspectives. A lot of times, the things that we see, that we read, are in our circle of you know
Yeah.
activity, right?
Hmm.
Minister Farrakhan said it like this. He said, "Whoever gives you the diameter of your knowledge prescribes the circumference of your activity." And so when we look at what our activities are, and we look at the books and the materials that we're reading, we're usually reading things that are coming out of that echo chamber. So expand your gangster, as our intellectual gangster Professor Tony would say. And then also you want to follow reputable news sources that cover a wide range of topics to stay informed about current events. Good morning, Mama Blue. Attend lectures, go to webinars, go to conferences that help deepen your understanding of issues that are going on. There's a lot of communities that need solutions that may not be in your immediate circle. So go out and find you know that research and say, okay, here's something that they did in this municipality or in this area to address, that particular issue or address that, particular challenge that a community may be facing. You can engage in discussions, participate in workshops, seminars that facilitate open conversation on relevant topics. Seek out experts and individuals who have different viewpoints for one-on-one discussions. How often do you talk to people who disagree with you?
All the time.
That's just right in here,
Right.
right? Just the three of us, right?
But I mean, there is some common grounds that we have,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Um,
Fundamental.
right. But like as far as Yeah.
Like people who views are totally different from yours on world affairs.
Uh, so yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
But I like healthy debates, right?
Okay.
Like to challenge.
Thank you,
Uh,
Margaret. Coach D.
I like to challenge my thought process too, right?
Yeah.
And see other people's views because for me, I strive to be the best Qiana I can be
Right.
every day. And so you may be able to tell me something that may change my perspective because I may have not seen it in that way,
Right.
even though I try to do it to balance it out and see everything
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and all different. So like I'm okay with being challenged.
Okay.
I'm definitely okay with what about you?
Yeah. I love that. I
Mhm.
love different perspectives, multiple perspectives. I remember. I won't say that, but yeah. But I mean, I'm naturally curious and interested in people,
Me too.
and so I really enjoy having conversations with people whose views may not be popular, may not be common, may not be the same views as mine, for no other reason than to understand, right? Like to get an understanding of who they are and what they're about.
And even a good understanding of myself,
Right.
right? I've
Dan,
learned
what's good, man? Thank you for the stars.
yeah, then man.
Yep,
Listen,
yep, yep,
yeah,
yeah.
it helps me understand like I in this ripe old age, right?
The ripe old age. On this side of 40, that's how I say
Yeah,
it.
this nice little season,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
we setting the
yeah,
pot like we're really good,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is that like I give like my hats off to my friend Janice,
Okay.
right? Because like I didn't realize some stuff, and she made me really like sit down and be like, oh, you're
Yeah.
right, but it wasn't
Mm.
a bad thing.
Yeah.
You
It was
did
good aha.
it was a really good and
Yeah.
now I actually be like, I had to take off my rose-colored
Okay.
glasses,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, because I know Janice called in. We had a conversation, one of them spillovers from a conversation that you and
Right.
Janice had.
We have a lot of these, but it also made me appreciate
Hmm.
like my upbringing, and I've heard
Right.
it before from even in here. Like
Right.
Reno said, okay, Qiana
Was
was
raised with love. Yeah. Yeah.
right, give her love,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And stuff, and I took it, but then when she broke it down for me
Right.
again, and was like, everybody don't have men like that in their life. This is
Mm.
why you look at men different because you had a great example. And I had to sit back and be like,
Ooh.
you're right.
Okay.
Because my men, like I never fear men. Like, you know what
Right.
I mean? I
Right.
never because the men in my life show up and show out and always protect me. So I never had thing to be like, men don't do that.
Okay. Because you had different examples and different
Right.
experiences.
The
Yeah.
men in
Yeah.
my life. And then and I didn't realize this,
Hmm.
people that's like my grandfather.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like my whole circle kind of mirror, like you know what
That type of man. That type of manhood.
I mean?
Yeah.
Right? And I
Yeah.
never realized that until Janice like,
Yeah.
girl, you lucky. Or girl, listen. I'm
Yeah.
telling you because everybody experience ain't the same.
Wow.
So yeah, this is why I don't mind healthy debates and
Right.
listening to other people and letting people tell me about myself because I study people.
Right.
And so I'm a good people person. I can kind of call out people moves because
Right.
I'm invested in my surroundings.
I hear that. No, and
So
that's
yeah.
and you gotta be. Like, you got
Mhm.
to be well rounded. Like I said, I enjoy having conversations with people who I don't always agree with.
Mhm.
Um and really seeking to understand as well as being understood. Because everybody wanna be understood. Nobody
Mhm.
really wants to be misunderstood. And so that's what
And
causes arguments a lot, is just you trying to be understood. But sometimes if you step back and try to understand, it's easier to be understood.
and you don't argue when you're mad, right? I always
Uh-oh.
say you don't argue to be hurtful. You argue to be
Ooh.
heard.
Yeah, that's and we actually getting ready for Ramadan. We did a Ramadan proclamation
Mhm.
too yesterday. Shout out to you, ma'am, Ali, Brother Abdul, and a lot of folks from the Masjid Al Akram, and
Mhm.
yeah, the Islamic community really showed up in a big way
Mhm.
yesterday. But yeah, it's in the Quran. It talks about just that. When you do argue, you should argue in the best of manner. Like during Ramadan, one of the provisions of Ramadan, a lot of people know about the fasting, not
Mhm.
eating, from sun up to sundown, eating, drinking, or having, conjugal relations. But another one of the things, look, Another one of the practices is to not argue.
How long is Ramadan?
30 days.
30 days.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's a nice cleansing.
yeah. I mean, it's just sun up to sundown. So it's from the time the sun up to
Oh,
the
yeah.
time sundown. So,
Okay.
so
So
yeah, so you
you
don't do any of those things during the daylight hours when the sun go down. Yeah,
it's
it's
a party.
it's a party, y'all. Ain't nothing but a party, y'all.
It's a party. It's a party. It's a party.
It's a party. It's a
So
party. It's a
and then
party.
y'all have the big
Iftar.
right
Yeah,
on
the iftar at the
and,
Coliseum.
right
Usually
and
about 700-800 people. Yeah.
so I remember your
hmm
brother stated
hmm
and
hmm
talked about it, and I really want to go
Okay.
because
You
everybody is
gotta
good.
come. Yeah, you gotta
Everybody
come.
is
You gotta
good.
come. And it's a great meal, great time. Lots of culture
Mhm.
is on display, and yeah, it's an amazing event. But it talks about that. It talks about not quarreling. But if you do quarrel or argue, then you argue in the best of manner because there's a way to argue.
Mhm.
And one of those things, like you said, is not arguing when you're mad. So
And sometimes so there's a difference. So once you and this is a whole nother
hmm
spiel,
hmm
once you
it's what's on
understand
your mind, y'all.
right, so once you
Tap in.
understand people love languages, right?
Yeah,
Then you learn how to approach them and talk to them so they can receive it,
right.
right? If you know yelling at that person is not gonna get the best, why do you keep on doing it?
Yeah,
You know what I
you have
mean?
to unlearn that.
You really do. And just because that's how you receive it doesn't mean that's how the person that you're trying to relay the message to is gonna receive it.
Right.
There's different ways that you can do it. Settle. Look.
Absolutely, and you're right, Mark. Like clearing your channel, like Lent.
Mhm.
Catholics do 40 days of fasting. We do 30 days, and I was looking at this. There's like a lot of other traditions that have days that they fast, like the Jewish tradition of Yom Kippur. There's like a 25-hour fast in there. I was looking at some of the Buddhist practices, but fasting is like a fundamental practice and principle of a lot of world religions and traditions. And so, yeah,
It's like a
um,
reboot.
yeah, it really is.
It's a
I'm
reboot.
so looking forward to this one.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
I'm
a
I'm
reboot.
encouraged, and
So when does it start?
it starts March 11th.
Okay.
It's the ninth month of the lunar calendar
Mhm.
of the Islamic lunar calendar, and so yeah, um, March 10th or 11th. And that's actually the time that the date that the time changes.
Mhm.
So we spring forward, which is going to be another one of the challenges because we're gonna have longer days, more sunlight.
I don't know. So which
Yeah.
one you like? Spring or fall back?
I love the spring. I like long days. I like the long days.
You like the
I
long
like
day?
the long days because I don't come out at night. You know, you've been with me long enough to
Yeah,
know I don't be
yeah.
outside at night, so I like the long days. I get more time to get things done, and
Marlon,
yeah,
so here we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
I don't know which one I like the best,
Mm,
right? But I will know I do events, right? So he
okay,
say she say
yeah,
is on first Fridays. We're not gonna do it this first Friday. So let me
okay.
throw that out there. No, he say she say.
Oh, really? No, 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 Imma tell you why. Because my wife probably went I'm letting the cat out the bag. She was like, "We should surprise him and go to He Say, She
Oh,
Say." We was coming, and I just said I don't come out at night. We was gonna come to He Say, She Say, but I mean, if it's not happening, that's
I
fine.
just said the people was gonna do it, but
Yeah,
I'm like, I really
yeah,
want. It's some
and it's a
other.
lot happening.
It is a
It's a
lot
lot
going
going
on,
on. Yeah,
and for me, like if you know, I'm
love the
wholly
daytime.
committed to he say she say, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
But we'll be there tomorrow morning. I mean, Friday morning,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I
first
can't wait.
Friday,
I can't wait for Friday.
first
But yeah,
Friday.
can you come the next one?
We can, we absolutely will. Because
Okay,
she
so
said that
Sean,
she was like, we ought to go to first flight, and I'm like, all right,
I just love her.
yeah,
I just love her.
yeah, because and it was like, and
Cause
that,
I know
I got to
you,
tell you, yeah,
I know you somewhere listening.
and she moves by the spirit, man, and so it's like she don't move. I'm
That's why
telling you,
I know
I'm
she
just
don't, but that's why I
yeah,
love her
yeah,
because she is who she is, and
yeah,
you take it how you
yeah,
take.
yeah, yeah.
And you know what? And it is what it
Yeah,
is.
that's exactly right.
If you know her,
Yeah,
you love her.
that's right. But not a lot of people know her, and she like it that way. Like that's a part of the whole thing. It's amazing. So, so here's this day in history. Um, Thriller, the album Thriller won 8 Grammys on this day in 1984. Thriller is one of the best-selling albums of all time. The Grammy wins, including Album of the Year, helped to solidify its place in music history. The album's success was driven by iconic songs and groundbreaking music videos. So
Mhm,
I have the list of songs here
mhm.
from the Thriller album, and I want you to give me like your top three, if you can.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So wanna be starting something, baby be mine, the girl is mine, Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT, and the lady in my life. What are yours?
How can you do any of those? Like, how can you pick the top three? Okay, all right.
Which one you playing first? I mean, because Thriller is actually an album you just put on and not skip.
I know my so I had the album,
Okay, yep. Me too.
right?
Yep.
Oh,
Which three off of Thriller?
okay. Okay, you gotta say Thriller.
Okay.
Okay,
Thriller.
uh, Pretty Young Thing.
Yep. YT. There you go.
Okay, and give me wait, read them one more time.
Want to be starting something? Baby, be mine. The girl is mine. Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT, and the lady in my life.
Oh, beat it out of the lady of my life. Each one of those. Can I have both of them?
No, you can only have one. you can you can only have one. No, I hear that. So Thriller, PYT, and which one you going with? Lady in my life or Beat It?
Oh, oh,
That is tough, right?
oh my
It's tough.
God.
It's tough. It's tough.
Okay, let me think. Go, you go.
Okay. So I went with Lady in My Life.
We'll see.
I, Lady in My Life is like my number one.
I,
Lady in My Life, um, Human Nature, and Baby Be Mine. Oddly enough, I used to like Baby Be Mine. I
mhm.
remember that. Yeah, that was a jam, man. so, so yeah, I wish we could like play this stuff, but yeah. So yeah, Thriller definitely was like groundbreaking, history breaking album, and again, 8 Grammys in 1984 on this day. Also on this day, the ranch of the Branch Davidian compound in Waco, Texas,
Mhm.
um, that raid began. The raid was a part of a long-standing conflict between Branch Davidians, which was a religious sect, and the U.S. government. The standoff ended tragically on April 19th, 1993, with a siege and the compound's destruction, resulting in the loss of many lives. And it was like a huge controversy about like who started it, started the fire,
Mhm.
and how the government ended up doing it. And a lot of um, backlash came like in subsequent years, like people would do things on the anniversary of Waco
Yeah.
to like mark that as a spot in time. I think the Oklahoma City bombing that Timothy McVeigh did
Yeah.
was like in response to that, and I believe the date was around the same time as the it might have been like April 19th, like April 20th, but it was like acknowledged in Waco. But do you remember when that was on the news and what was going on with Waco? You remember that story?
I do. You see him squinting my eye.
Yeah, I remember because it was on the news every day. Good morning, Sharonda. Yeah, Waco was. Oh, and the making of Thriller. That's right, Miss Peanut. Uh,
And
uh,
Miss Peanut,
uh,
they have something going on the 16th, right? Of March,
okay,
I
I'm
think.
not sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe they can call in on the other
Call
side
in,
of the hour,
yeah. Call in
and
because
it might be covered in on the move. You know, we got on the move with Mitchum Services
right.
on the back end.
And we have free tickets
Okay, we got some free tickets to
to
the
the
event.
comedy show this Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah,
so,
and the Players
so
Ball.
y'all make sure that y'all come back on the back of the hour. Wrapping up this day in
Oh, go
history,
ahead, go
there's
ahead,
a
go
couple
back.
things. So DNA chemical makeup was discovered
Mm. What year was
in
that?
this unit of time, 1953.
Mm-hmm.
The discovery of the structure of DNA,
Dana.
Dana, was announced. James Watson and Francis Crick, with contributions from Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkins, um, discovered the double helix structure of DNA, which was crucial in understanding the genetic information and paved the way for the advancements in molecular biology.
So, but before 1958, you was just a pappy.
No, no, your grandma told you. Your grandma said it. If grandma said that's one of our eyes, then that was one eye.
Nah, son,
If grandma say that ain't one of yours, it's on you after that.
nah,
Cause grandma
son.
ain't never let it go.
Look, nah, son, they ain't got our nose.
That's right. We ain't got them foreheads. I don't know who forehead that is.
Do you see
Yeah.
them feet? Look at them. Is not our feet.
Right. But them knuckles though, them our knuckles. We got knuckles like that in our family.
Still hands. All our hands softer, baby.
Might not be yours. And then it was up to you. Because if you stayed with it, your
Yeah.
grandma every time they came around, grandma was looking crazy. so so yeah, 1953, the sequence instructor for DNA was discovered. Um, Inconvenience Yourself Day.
Uh-huh.
How about this one? Um, the inconvenience yourself day is the day where you do things that you normally wouldn't do um, to service and help other people. So like maybe going out of your way for somebody. That's what kind of the idea is. It's a general idea of encouraging people to go out of their way to help others or to create positive impact by inconveniencing themselves for the day. So today is inconvenience yourself day. Yeah.
I think I do that anyway. I don't
Okay.
need. I
You don't
don't
need a
need.
special day
I
to
don't need.
inconvenience
I
yourself
need a special day to say me day.
to okay. They got days for that too.
Yeah.
But this day is specifically for the inconvenience yourself to help somebody else day is what it's saying. Those is your grandma feet. That's the truth. Absolutely the truth. So the way we talk about Inconvenience Day is and I've said this before. So again, in mosque culture, when we talk about charity, right? So
Mhm.
charity is something that you can do comfortably,
Right.
right? Like tithing, you give a percentage of your income. That's charity.
Mhm.
But then a sacrifice is basically something that requires you to stretch. It's something that allows you to inconvenience yourself.
Right.
That would be considered a sacrifice. So if like, okay, we trying to raise this goal of X amount by this date. If I can comfortably give, $100, that's charity. But if I try to give 200 and I gotta stretch, that's the sacrifice. So yeah, a
Don't
sacrifice
say.
requires a little bit of a stretch and an inconvenience, whereas charity is something that you can
Don't
do
let your
comfortably.
lights go out though.
Oh, you better not. You better not. You better not. We would not taught that in the mosque. They said, boy, if you got that money to pay your bills, pay
Pay
your
your bill.
bills.
So
Don't you get your bill money. Talking about God gonna bless you.
give your savings, your extra, like
Yeah.
that, like the one you put
And
over your
don't say you making a sacrifice when you give your bill money and then now you in the dog because you was thinking the Lord was gonna bless you. And he just might.
You might, but don't that
Yeah.
magic wand might not come.
But I take mine on the front end. The fact
Yeah.
that I have the money to pay the bill,
Boom.
that's the blessing.
Amen.
Yeah. not giving it to somebody and worried about if I'm gonna be in the dark. I don't see no blessing in that. But yeah, that's it.
So we
So
got to take a hard stop
we
because
do.
it's 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Stay tuned. Tag a friend, tell a friend. We'll be back. Mitchum on the service. Mitchum
On the
on
move.
the move with Mitchum Services. We'll be back. We'll be giving away free tickets to
Okay.
the Players Ball.
Oh.
Yeah, we got some free tickets here.
Okay.
Yeah, and the night of comedy. So yeah, so stay tuned. We'll be back.
All right. Right.
All right.
All right.
And truth. You are not dealing with a politician, but with a bloody monster.
Also on the programme at 13 hours GMT with me, Miles. We found out why the British government is spending millions of dollars to improve the safety of members of parliament. Can talking, not just taking drugs, help relieve some of the symptoms of the menopause?
after the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures decided.
Hello.
Hey there.
And just like that,
We're back.
we're back.
We back.
We're back.
We back. We back. We back. We back. And we want to welcome you back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See that.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in and helping us to redefine what's cool, because
Smart.
is the
Definitely.
new
Gangster.
baby.
And if you didn't know,
Now you know. No. So yeah, it's what's on your mind Wednesday, y'all. So feel free to give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind, what's popping, what's going on, what's
I
going
got a
on.
lot on my mind on this.
Okay,
Wednesday,
you do.
right? So while we're waiting on Mitchum Services to
Yep.
give us a call, right? Because they're going to be ringing people.
Yep.
Did you watch the Wendy Williams series?
I didn't. I
Give
just saw the articles recently about her health though.
Yeah, give Wendy back to her family.
What you mean?
So
What you mean? I didn't see the series and I don't know what that means.
So, when Wendy health started to decline,
Mhm.
her son, who was 22 at the time, had guardianship over her
Okay.
and all of that stuff. So they say that like he spent like 80,000 in Uber Eats, right?
Ooh.
But I want to say this. This sounds like a lot, right?
Mm.
Let me tell you why.
80,000 on Uber Eats.
But you don't live that lifestyle.
I
You're
do not. I can think of a lot of other things to do
But
with
just think of
$80,000.
right. But again, you're thinking Wendy Williams, who like lavish stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? Live that lifestyle. This is how they eat. They eat at the top restaurant. So
Okay.
you know what I mean?
So okay, and maybe often they doing it like
He's 22. What 22-year-old? He's a vegan. He's 22. Him and his mama and the cousin is eating every year.
over what time frame was this? Because like, how long did it take them to spend 80,000 on Uber
I
Eats?
think maybe like a year. I don't know.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not
got
quite sure, right?
I got you.
But and being a Wendy Williams fan or like or supporter of the show or
Mm-hmm.
whatever,
Mm-hmm.
she talked about the lavish gifts she likes to give her son. Like this has never been a secret and how she takes care of her family. So what they did was I don't think they did anything that was
Like
not Wendy.
right.
Let's
Okay,
say that.
I hear
Okay?
that.
Hello. Hey, come.
Good morning. It's, what's on your mind Wednesday? Who we got on the line?
It better be mental services.
Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Tamika with Mission Services. How are you guys?
Good. Good morning. On the move with Mitchum Services.
And we good, not like Usher good, because we ain't never been bad.
I don't know nothing about that, but I'll take your word for it. Like I'm riding with you. You freaking, we fracking. Let's go.
I hear that. Well, we are on the move with Mission Services. I'm going to run through a couple of events that are coming up.
Okay.
We'll start with February 29th. We have Emergent Writing Room with Miss Lola B. Morgan. It is a virtual session that is happening February 29th from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
Okay.
We will drop the link so that you can go on this journey of guided self-expression with Miss Lola B. Morgan.
Oh.
And then the first Friday, I can't believe February is gone already. So first Friday on the Deuces will get kicked off with our very own Tampa Bay Breakfast Club at Urban Drinkery.
Yes, Lord.
So pull up, have a cup of coffee, enjoy the vibe as they put on the show. 3-1, we also have the Hub launch.
That's
So
right.
that is a new community building and service that is at 1427 2nd Street South. So 11 to 12, they'll have their ribbon cutting and a couple of, I think the mayor will be out there and they'll do the ribbon thing and kind of open up the space officially.
Right.
3 p.m. to 6 p.m. There will be tours so you can go in the building, see what services they offer. So we look forward to that on March 1st.
That's Friday.
March 2nd, shout out to Fusion 49. We have the Fusion 49 cleanup
That's right.
from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Sign up at the Trolley Market Square.
Mm-hmm.
So come out and help with the cleanup on March 2nd.
Yep.
Contact Miss Nancy for more information.
Oh yeah, and I'm excited about that one. That's because the time that we organized 49th, from the time like started putting that team together to now
Mhm.
to having like this is one of the first official projects.
Mhm.
Well, really the second one. We did a walking audit of the area and all of that good stuff. So this is like the second, in a series of things that we're doing on the corridor. So yeah, shout out to Fancy Nancy, core team, Mallory, Sarah, Gulfport, Councilmember Ian O'Hara. We're gonna have Mayor Sam Henderson, Mayor Ken Wells, Councilmember Muhammad will be there as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a great event. Thank you for lifting that up for us.
It's gonna be a party.
Y'all,
Absolutely. March 2nd, we also have the Restore the Joy Women's Conference. That's
okay.
going to be held at SPC Midtown from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The keynote speaker is Miss Amber Calhoun. So we'll drop the link for you to go ahead and register and just go. I went last year. I was a part of it last year. It's an amazing conference. Miss Elizabeth Strickland and her crew.
Yes,
And
shout out
so
to the
go out
pastor.
and support and have a good time there.
Love it. Love it.
March 2nd, we also have the second annual Barbecue and Blues Vendor Fest at the Trop.
Ooh,
Lot
wait.
1 from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. You can't go wrong with barbecue and blues.
Mm-mm, not at all. I grew up on that.
Right. And
Grew
we
up on it.
also have on Monday, March 4th, again, we'll talk about this every week. Columbus County Urban League Serious Business Academy. We'll drop the link for you to join and get information and direction from Miss Dr. Nicole Ross, who's helping us get our businesses together. So we'll drop that link
That's
for you
awesome.
as well.
And that's every Monday?
Every Monday.
For
Look at that.
12
Every
weeks,
Monday.
right?
For 12 weeks, every Monday, free game.
Come on,
12
man.
weeks. The Urban League is doing some amazing things.
Yes.
Amazing things. So definitely get tapped in with that.
Right on. Yeah, I saw the reveal in the Next Level Urban Alliance kickoff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to drop that too, even though
Okay.
that's not an event. I'm going to drop that because that's the current thing that's happening.
Right.
They are doing big things. They're looking to open up the space. It's kind of like a co-working space so you can come in and get all of the things that you small business because we have to be everything. So
That's
you
right.
can go in there, you can get bookkeeping services, you're going to be able to get marketing services, social media assistance. So it's really going to be something great. So I'll drop the link for you to join
Okay.
the Urban League Next Alliance, which is going to be an amazing resource for entrepreneurs and business owners.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, so that's it. We are on the move with Mission Services. I'll talk to y'all next Wednesday.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Talk to you next week. And hopefully we'll see you for coffee.
Yeah.
On the move with Mitchum Services, y'all. This is services being provided as a part of the New Image Project. Again, it's all about the information, media, arts, graphics, and entertainment. And we want to make sure that we keep you informed and up to date on what's going on around you and with you and through you. So we were talking about Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
And I do have a story here about, just her condition. So it's a former talk, just for those who might not have heard about it or know. Former talk show host Wendy Williams was diagnosed with progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. According to a press release from her care team, the release aims to correct rumors about her health and shares that Williams received the diagnosis in 2023. Um, the progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia affects her communication, personality, language, and understanding. The decision to share this news was made to advocate for understanding and compassion for Wendy and to raise awareness to these conditions. I think they said also that she suffers the same thing that Bruce Willis has dealt with. I don't know if he's still dealing with it, but they said he was dealing with aphasia as well. But Wendy Williams is currently under court ordered guardianship, and a lifetime documentary about her, produced with her family's participation, was released. You seen it?
That's what I started
Yeah.
watching it.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's what's that.
I got you. I
And so
got you.
that's what. So and then her guardianship wanted to stop it,
Stop the showing.
right? Because it doesn't show them in a good light
Oh, but it
Because-
says they were made with their participation,
with the family participation.
not the guardians.
They don't even show the guardian because what happened is her family is here in Florida. They
Okay.
live in Miami. You could tell the difference of Wendy from the documentary of her being in Florida with her son and everything like
Right.
that. Her dad, her brother,
Her family. Yeah.
all of them are down here. And where it's so sad to see her in New York and she wants the camera crew to be around because she's lonely. She has nobody up there.
Mm,
She just said, and then the state of New York make her stay in New York.
right.
It's so sad. Give Wendy back to her family.
Oh man, not
And
the
I want
guardians.
to say this. Okay, Caller, introduce yourself, and I'll say something else.
What's on your mind
What's
Wednesday?
going on? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy calling this morning.
Right
All
on, right
right,
on, right on.
How y'all doing?
Comedian Damon Davis. So since you already called in, it is your comedy show that you headlining, right? So go ahead and tell the
Go
callers
ahead.
about it because we
Go
got
ahead.
these tickets. If you can see them,
We got tickets. We got
right?
tickets.
All right,
Tickets.
first off, I ain't want a headline. They asked me the headline, but it's a special vendetta, so I wanted to go first and set the tone.
Man, that sounds like something.
Secondly,
That sounds
we
like
got
something Steve Harvey said. Watch it now.
no, cause listen, the promoter we supposed to be up there Friday or something like that.
I
I
hear
tell
you.
you now, I was go headline,
Okay.
but I wanted to go ahead. I wanted to go ahead and set the tone because of the personal vendetta me and my boy Spunky Robinson
I
got
hear
going
you.
on. So, Spunky Robinson gonna be in the building from Miami. Wody gonna be in the building from Mississippi.
Okay.
And Demetri George will be in the building fine and funny. Then we got Marlon Mall coming in there with from Trick Daddy and some old, take it to the house brew, something like that. They gonna be doing a little rapping in there. So it's gonna go down, man. It's up there like Griffin Petty. You gotta dress to impress,
Okay.
gotta be dressed up, gotta be fly. They gonna have best dress competition in there. So after the comedy show, it's gonna be the players ball. The after party gonna be at the Catalyst.
Mm.
So Saturday night, man, and y'all gotta get these tickets because this my wife's birthday, and I took this show on my wife's birthday, and I gotta get her something special the next day. So y'all better buy these goddamn tickets. And you
Oh.
got some money, man.
I
And
hear
you got
that.
some money, man. It's up there like Granny Petty, man.
And we got some free tickets that we
got some
can
free
do.
tickets, right? We got some free tickets we're gonna be giving away today and Friday,
Yep.
right?
Okay, that's good, man.
Listen, I'm trying to figure out how to give them away.
Yep.
The next caller will get 2 tickets.
Yeah. So it's what's on your mind when you got tickets to St. Pete Funny. It's up there like granny pennies. I can't look. I don't have a ticket in front of me, so I
Hey,
can't read.
hey,
Yeah.
You
Brother
can't see it.
John.
Look,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Brother
listen,
John.
I hear you.
I gotta let him know he can't say it's a St. Pete Funny comedy show because
Okay.
that's my brain.
I got you. Well, thank you.
It's a player ball for me.
It's a pleasure. Look, I got my script. I got my script now. I ain't have my script. I was just winging it.
First annual
Yep.
Night of Laughter and Comedy and Players Ball, Saturday, March 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, general admission. If you buy tickets in advance, $25. So get your tickets.
Yeah.
If you don't win them over here, at the door it's going to be $30. VIP tickets in advance is $50. If you get them in advance, at the door it will be $60.
Yep. St. Pete Masonic Law.
Yeah.
It's on 31st and 18th, right?
And it is a 21 and up.
Okay. And you got to put on clothes. Come on, stop playing.
Best dress.
Put on your good clothes. Put on your good clothes, man.
That's
Put
right.
on your good clothes. See, you made me feel special, Q, when you said I'm here. Like I should have here because I know everybody gonna want to see me.
Yeah.
And this and that. Yeah.
So don't get that late.
People get that late.
No,
But yeah, y'all get that early, man. Because I want to go up first at the tone. But if y'all ain't gonna get that early, I might just headline.
I hear
I
you.
need for people to speak, man. I need y'all in the building.
That's right.
What time does it start?
It starts when I get there. That's when it starts.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, it started at 8 o'clock, and I think the show started at 9. So those over at 8, the show started at 9.
That's awesome, man.
It's gonna be real epic tonight. And now, like I said, don't forget the after party at the Catalyst. Once you leave there, if you still got a little energy left for laughing and having a good time, you want to slide to the Catalyst. That's where the comics gonna be at. We're gonna be up there, so it's gonna be a big night.
Right on, man. Right on. Thank you for calling, big brother.
All right,
Appreciate all that you're
thank
doing.
y'all, man. Love y'all.
Love you back, man. Keep grinding.
Now, okay.
That's what's up.
So back to Wendy really quick. Right?
Okay. Yep.
Next caller get 2 free tickets. Now, me being a mother who's close to my child, Wendy is close to her.
Okay.
One person that can spend my money is Qiana.
Mm-hmm. But not the other ones. The way that they, yeah. I didn't see it. And so is it reality?
No, it's a documentary.
Okay.
Like, if they hadn't
She's
seen
in it? Or was it
no,
like,
Wendy's in it.
okay.
It's really
Because I know they did a movie, I think.
no, not the movie. This is actually a doc series.
Okay, I got you.
Showing
With her and her.
with her, and you can see where her
She's-
mental state
Oh,
is at.
man.
I don't like her manager. That's in New York, like
Right.
and then she has other things that's wrong with her, like emphysema. Like her legs, her foot is
Dang.
weak. it's a lot going on with Wendy. So yeah, it's kind of sad to look
Prayers
at,
up, man.
but she's sitting up there, she's crying, saying like how she missed her son, she missed her family, and
Right.
you know,
No, I hear
she's
that.
kind of trapped. So yeah, look at the documentary.
And this happened a week or so ago. We can talk about it. Beyonce likened to a dog by an actor who starred in a sitcom featuring a Confederate flag on the car. Did you see that?
Mm.
So Beyonce stunned the world by releasing Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages during the Super Bowl and announcing that she would drop a full-length country album on March 29th. An actor who starred in the sitcom featuring a car with a Confederate flag on it compared Beyonce to a dog following her surprise release of two country songs.
Mhm.
According to this report, the Dukes of Hazzard star John Snyder, he appeared on a radio show, a talk show, where he attacked the entertainment industry for not allowing conservatives to gatekeep country music. He said they've got to make their mark like a dog at a dog walk park. Snyder said of lefties, every dog has to mark every tree. So that's what's going on here. And he was basically saying that Beyonce should get out of the country music space because that belongs to them. And it really prompted a lot of people to do the history of country music and show that it was black people who started country music. But yeah,
Well,
yeah,
if every dog got a mark their tree,
okay.
she just marked
She
her
just marked
because
and did.
Indeed, and honestly, I love a little Texas Hold'em, little song,
That's it.
little Hold'em.
I do like it too. Like when I first heard it, I was like, "Wait a minute." Then I heard it a couple times, and I'm like, "Okay, go ahead, Beyonce,
And
do your
honestly,
thing."
I like what she's doing. Like
Hmm.
I like
Hmm.
because she's showing like you're not gonna put me in a box,
Right,
and because she's so powerful in the music industry,
right.
other people has tried to do it and really didn't. So now she's like
But
making
they ain't
waves.
say that when Nelly went into country music though. Nelly made some country music too, right? But I guess he had country music stars with him
Right.
when he
And
was
I
doing.
mean, but there are
It.
black country.
But like I said, it started with black people.
No,
That,
but I'm saying right now there's still black country
yeah,
songs. You know what I mean?
Darius Rucker, I think, is one of them.
It's,
It's a lot. I don't know.
but they was mad at Little Nas X, remember?
Okay, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
when he
yeah,
kinda and they brought it. So I mean, listen.
yeah. What y'all think about the album? Just let us know. Put it in the
Well,
chat.
the
What y'all
album
think?
right now, look,
I mean,
so
the song. What
like
y'all
I
think
said,
about the song Texas Hold'em? They said the other part of this was that it sparked controversy. Big, like in addition to what he said, there was an Oklahoma radio station that refused to play it.
right,
Um,
they did.
they didn't want to actually didn't want to play her
Well, what
record.
they said was, and they came back and was like, Beyonce is like an R&B pop star
Okay,
or something like that, and they play only country music. So they wasn't basically aware,
that she had a country music
but they
song.
was like they would love to if
Cha,
look
cha,
if the programming allowed. But I'm gonna tell you,
cha.
have you seen the TikTok?
Okay,
Have you seen the
I didn't see the
TikTok?
TikToks. No,
Everybody doing their little Texas Hold'em. Listen, we should do a Breakfast Club TikTok.
Texas Hold'em
Yeah,
TikTok.
we should try to figure out because they got like the different dances. Everybody's trying to
Okay.
figure out which one the best one. We should come up with one.
It's so hard for
So
me to
let
learn dance steps. I'm still doing the whole Hully Gully. That's
so if
that's my
y'all
line dance.
so listen, if y'all want to help us out, come out on Friday,
Okay.
right? And maybe we can go ahead and figure us a Texas Hold'em. Uh,
Texas Hold'em two step.
yes.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Why not?
Mhm.
And thank you, Tamika. Mission Services on. She's put all of the links in the chat, and so
So
make
when
sure that you do that.
so when you said second annual barbecue and blues,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
So
was raised on that
right, all I could think of like sitting on the porch with a beer in your hand.
at 12.
I mean, it kills the word.
Yeah, that's what they told us. Well, that's what they told us. we grew up different, I swear.
We're not condoning
You got to get a little
underage,
boy something. Ain't just gonna kill the worms.
and we're not condoning underage drinking.
Just make your head spin and be like, "Oh, I kind of like that. I want to do that again. Give me some more." And there you have it. So a little bit heavier story. That there was an active duty airman.
I, so
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Coach D. I usually agree with you, but I'm going to disagree.
Okay, her husband, all the worst. Our culture. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right.
respectfully disagree.
Come on out on Friday. Let's talk about that one.
Hmm.
There was an active duty airman identified as 25-year-old Aaron Bushell. He died after setting himself on fire outside of the Israeli embassy in Washington D.C. The incident occurred as an extreme act of protest against the Israel and Hamas war. He live streamed the incident on Twitch, expressing opposition to what he called genocide and was shouting "Free Palestine" while he was engulfed in flames. Um, like we not we talk about it, but we don't talk about it. But it's like people that are really, really, really opposed to this thing, and this incident is under investigation with authorities looking into his motivations. They know what they were, but they said it's an extreme act of protest and it's raised concerns um, because, like, he actually said that he was going to protest. He said "Free Palestine." They said he put his phone down, poured some type of substance on himself, and lit himself on fire as a protest, and he died as a result of that. Man,
I
it's
think he knew he was gonna die.
yeah. I mean, it was so kind of the connection was this is my second time hearing about something like this, not in this unit of time, but they said during the Vietnam War there was a protester who set himself on fire, and that's what Richard Pryor was watching when he set himself on fire. Remember the whole Richard Pryor story?
Mm,
He lit himself on fire
yeah, but
while he was watching this protest of a guy who did it in Vietnam. And I guess this airman recently was inspired by that as a protest method and tactic, and he decided to set himself on fire to really show how opposed he was to the Israeli Hamas war. Crazy, ain't it?
he very. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, they call it an extreme act of protest. All right. Um, I saw an article that said a significant number of South Florida Democrats are making a political shift that's impacting the upcoming race between former President Donald Trump and Nikki Haley. According to Broward County Supervisor of Elections, Joe Scott, over 2,500 voters switched from Democrat to Republican between January 1st and the deadline. In the Miami-Dade County, more than 4,100 voters made similar switches ahead of the primary election next month. Some are saying that they're trying to determine whether or not, like, this is Democrats that are actually leaving the Democratic Party, going to become Republicans, or if these are Democrats going to the Republican Party just for the primary to be able to vote to not have Trump win. What are your thoughts?
Mm, I don't know. I'm probably with them. Like I don't. With everybody else.
Yeah,
Um,
is that a strategy?
it's a strategy.
If you get
Um,
enough people to switch party during the primary and vote in the primary against the person who you don't want to win, maybe that person won't win.
it's a possibility. I believe in voting. I
Yeah,
believe in the process. Do whatever makes your heart tick.
yeah.
Right? If you feel like it's gonna make an impact, go for it. I'm not the person to tell you not to.
I'm just trying to figure out if there's people that's organizing this or if this is just individual voters who decided to switch their party.
I mean,
Like, did somebody say, "Hey, y'all, guess what? We ought to switch our party
somebody said
and
it.
vote in this
I think.
primary"?
I think somebody said it. I
Okay,
don't.
yeah,
Somebody got together. We may not be in those group text messages, right?
right. Oh yeah, yeah. We're not in those.
We're not in those group text messages.
Right, 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 right.
Okay, here we go. We got
Yeah,
a caller.
yeah.
Hey, caller, and you just won 2 tickets to the comedy show. Go ahead.
Well, hey, well, I still appreciate it, man.
You good?
You moving.
You got
Hey,
two
but
tickets, man.
that's
Congratulations. You going to the
that's
first annual
definitely
night of
the
laughter, comedy, and players ball.
Dress to impress.
just okay then. I can do that.
What's on your mind, big
But
brother?
yeah, definitely that's been a strategy that people just not been aware of. It's called party stacking.
Okay,
Where you stack the party and you vote for the candidate that you know your candidate can beat.
okay.
So
I
you would
got you.
flip the party and vote. So if they felt like Joe Biden could beat Nikki Haley,
Hmm.
then they would join the Republican Party, vote for Nikki Haley, help her to win, so that
they candidate in turn to win versus going against the person that you know you can't beat.
Wow. Okay.
So that's
I,
been a strategy that's been used for years. Is that it's I mean a very known strategy too, party stacking.
I
Okay,
got
I
you.
like it.
Yeah, and I see
To,
Domino Florida said I did that last time around to try to stop Trump, but it didn't work. It was worth trying though. Yeah. Yeah.
well, the thing of it is that before we even get to the point of who it's going to be, we got to have the people in place that we want, that got the like-minded ideas that we want in the first place, or we just voting for the lesser of two evils that all the time.
Right. Right.
None of them really got your interest in mind, but you just voting for the lesser of two evils because you don't got one that got your interest in mind.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So
Right. No,
we
I
got to
hear
be
that.
more aware of that.
No, I appreciate that, and thank you for sharing that. That's something I can research and pull up, man. Party stacking as a strategy, and yeah, I'd like to hear from the listeners what y'all think
Also,
about that.
party dividing. That's what they like to say that like Nikki Haley running and Donald Trump already up, so she's pulling the party apart.
Oh,
So that
Mm.
stops him from winning. Or the same thing they like to say Bernie Sanders did to
was that Joe
what was
Biden?
her name?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hillary.
Hillary.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
We
he
see
would have
it.
got out of the way, then she would have won.
Okay. No, I hear that. I hear that.
All
Mm.
right.
Well, no, I appreciate that.
All right, we got to make sure you get your tickets.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, that's one of the things that's happening.
Because we see it in local elections. We be like, why did they get in?
Yeah,
Like,
to try and split the vote, take votes from one of their
and
candidates
you be like, we could have won that seat.
if they didn't
And
get in
they
and
didn't,
take those
because
votes.
you knew
Yeah.
you didn't have no chance. But people,
But if they got 600 votes and it was a 500, split,
there you go.
there you go. All right. So a Senate panel also approved a revised bill, HB 49, allowing 16 and 17-year-olds to work 7 consecutive days a week beyond the current limit of 6 days. The Senate Rules, the Senate Rules Committee approved the changes to child labor laws, but the amended version retained restrictions on working longer hours on school days. The original proposal sought to extend working hours from 6:30 to 11 p.m. To 5:30 to midnight. So they was going to add a couple hours on the front end, but this was removed and maintains the existing limits. Under the current law, these teenagers can only work between 6:30 and 11. If they wish to work more than 30 hours a week during the school week, they need a waiver to be signed by the school superintendent or a parent. What do you think about extending the hours for teenagers to be able to work longer?
No.
Okay, why not?
I think that
Margaret said children can be slaves too. Oh my God. Margaret's on the road this morning. She on the road this morning. Oh my God. She got that thing on fire in the chat. Thank you so much, Margaret. The records are coming. The records, she on Paul Revere for real this morning. Coach D, aka Paul Revere. Let you know, boy, it's going down, down, down. All right. So what you think? Qiana, this is what Mr. Reese said. Qiana, you're correct about this happening in local politics. It blocked out. Okay. Wingate has used his, I can't see it,
use this in a manner.
by the GOP to try and defeat various candidates. I said what I said. Mr. Reese. What is that? That chat, what's going on? That chat is fire hot. It's what's on your mind Wednesday. It's the last day of the month, and we got the extra day tomorrow.
Yes.
So people just like,
I'm using my extra
I'm
day
using my
today.
to just say what I got to say, and like,
And like it if you like it. If you don't,
if you don't, the fight come with it, right? But yeah, so they're looking to extend the
No,
extend the hours.
I say no. I
Okay.
mean, and I understand that there's some circumstances where children may have to take on the burden as a parent, but let these kids be kids as long as possible. The one thing is, if life does you right, you're going to be an adult way much longer than you are a child.
Okay.
18 years to be a child, and we strip that away and make them work. Once you get over here, they'll ever stop.
Yeah.
You don't ever get the option to
I hear
not
that.
work work longer hours if you need to.
Yeah.
Give them that care. Let them enjoy you because you will never get it back. Once you cross over here,
Yeah.
you're going
Yeah. And I think one of the proposers of the bill said that
back.
things have changed since I think it was like 1983 or even
Mhm,
1986 when child labor laws were put in place
mhm.
that limited them to 30 hours. And so now they're saying that, kids these days, they can work 40 hours and still go to school. Is basically what the argument in support of it. And also because of like the cost of things, how, household demographics make up, like the
I
family might be counting on that 16 or 17 check. And if it's limited by the government, then you're limiting
I mean,
opportunity
yeah,
for support, whatever. It's kind of the rationale.
like I mean, I can understand if they're teen parents,
Mhm.
possibly because they have a child they got to take care.
Right.
But just, and I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, I'm gonna knock on wood. My parents, thank you that like I never had to, wear that on my shoulders where like I had to
Like help
help
out
my
with the
parents
yeah. Yeah.
because, and I know my mom and dad probably didn't always have it, but I never knew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
They
you was
like
everybody
I
was
mean,
right. My mom and them here having it, and they made sure I knew. They made sure I knew, bro. We ain't got no money for that. Ain't nobody got that.
but I'm just saying, like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like we never got told no.
I
You
hear
know
that.
what I mean?
I know what you
But
mean.
I didn't have to,
Yeah.
and I look back at my childhood, I really had a good childhood,
Right. Right. Right.
Should we give away
Yeah.
a ticket?
Let's do it. We got tickets on deck.
Hello, caller, introduce yourself.
This is Dr. Jordan. How are you all this morning?
Doing well,
Wonderful.
Dr. Jordan. Thank you for calling. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Brother Muhammad, I wanted to share with you that I really appreciate the work that you've been doing on City Council. Sorry to see you go,
Thank you.
but I do hope and pray that the work that you will continue to do in the community will be just as effective or more effective than you've been in the past.
I appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Yes, sir. And I hope and pray that you will be some type of a way at the table for this Tropicana um, fiasco that we have going on in
Yes,
Houston.
sir. Yes, I mean I still got 10 months left, so I'm still here.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
All right.
Thank
God
you.
bless you, brother.
Thank you. And we were giving away tickets to the first annual Night of Laughter and Comedy Players Ball. Would you be interested in going? Because if you are, we got some tickets for you.
All right. Well, wherever I go, I need to take my wife with me to protect me.
Okay. Well, we got 2 tickets for you.
All right. How can I pick them up?
Uh,
When is it?
I'll get with you off air, and we'll get them to you. But
Yeah.
it's this
Thank
Saturday.
you so much. Thank you. All right. And God bless you too, Qiana.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye bye.
All right. I love it. So we didn't talk about this. It was something that was happening. It was like a big national story as well.
Mhm.
This Alabama Supreme Court case. Have you seen that where they declared that frozen embryos can legally be considered children under the state law? Have you seen anything
I
about that?
did. Oh,
So for those who didn't, the decision stems from wrongful death cases that were brought by couples whose frozen embryos were destroyed in a fertility clinic accident. Again, they were frozen embryos that were destroyed in a fertility clinic accident, and the couples sued for wrongful death. Justices referencing anti abortion language in the Alabama Constitution asserted that an 1872 state law allowing parents to sue over the death of a minor child applies to all unborn children, regardless of their location. Critics argue that this could have widespread implications for fertility treatments, potentially affecting the frozen embryos, which were previously considered property by the court. So they were considered property at one point. Now they're considering them as children. And there's all kind of legal implications about this ruling. And I want to know what
okay, so my thoughts is one, it was an accident.
you're. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't nothing they did intentionally.
Sure.
So like when an accident happened, it's an accident.
Right.
We're sorry, we understand. But on the flip side, I understand if those are your last eggs
Yeah.
and you're thinking like, oh, we're gonna have kids and this is our plan, and now your chances of being a parent is
Yeah.
gone, I can understand.
Because I was on the first side of it, like, wait, y'all tripping, right? But then they highlighted a case of this guy. His name was Dylan,
Mhm.
right? And Dylan's DNA was like preserved in this method that they used, and Dylan died.
Uh-huh.
And so the only chance for Dylan's wife to have one of Dylan's children was in those eggs at that fertility clinic that were
Right.
destroyed. And so now the only opportunity that she had to have a child from, her deceased husband has been destroyed. And so that was a part of why they sued for wrongful death as well.
Uh-huh.
And then the ruling said that they consider these embryos as children and not property. And yeah, it's just like,
It's very
where we going as a society?
it's unfortunate, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? But I mean, and it's gonna okay, and it's life,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Unfortunately, bad things happen to good people, right?
Mm.
Um,
Good morning,
and
Christine.
so I understand, but I'm not suing anybody.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? From a parent who lost a child,
right.
like I understand, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I'm not suing the doctor.
okay.
You know what I mean? Point at this point,
I hear
I'm just hey, call introduce yourself.
So this King Jab, man.
King
Hey,
Jab.
So
What's good, man?
you gotta be careful how they use it to write it into legislation, right?
Mhm.
Because there were criminal charges because the woman was not supposed to be in there, and she went into a lab and grabbed samples that were cryo freeze. So it's like her grabbing dry ice, and she dropped them on the ground and damaged the
'Cause it froze her hand or
specimen.
something like that, like it was.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's why they made it
oh,
criminal
I get it.
charges, but
Okay.
they're trying to utilize it as a women's rights issue, which is like, saying, oh, you went in the bank and robbed the bank with a gray mask on, so now can't nobody wear gray masks no more. We just go, ban gray masks. So
Mm.
it's on how they trying to use it and really the specifics of the case, man. I'm glad y'all hit that one because I had been looking into that.
I appreciate that. And the
All
other,
right.
and thank you for calling King Jab. And then the other part of that is what they were saying, that now if you're considering the embryos as children, how does that impact abortion? Because if you abort at any point, then now you're saying that that's a child. So it's basically they're saying that they're tying this to their strict. They already have like strict abortion laws. So if you're declaring that these embryos are children, it basically removes any opportunity for abortion at all without any legal ramifications. So it basically makes it illegal. So yeah. That's going on. It's happening in
So
Alabama.
I'm gonna tell you
There's other states that are proposing laws. There's a Florida Republican. They temporarily postponed the bill because of SB 476. It added fetuses to wrongful lawsuits in Florida. The bill would allow parents to sue for wrongful death for the wrongful death of a fetus. It faced criticism from Democrats who raised concern that it might attempt to grant personhood to fetuses. Um, Grawl is the senator who brought it up. He mentioned that despite efforts to address concerns, more work needs to be done to get the policy right on this significant issue. Abortion rights groups criticized the bill, expressing fears that it could intimidate doctors performing abortions. There are some senators who stated that the bill might impact in vitro fertilization services. And there's only 2 weeks left in legislative session, so the postponement basically makes it uncertain of whether or not this bill will pass. But they did it in Alabama. They were trying to do it here in
I'm gonna
Florida
tell
as
you I
well.
don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And so I'm pro life
Hmm.
but pro choice at the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just
Right.
because where I stand at it doesn't mean that my will should not be forced on somebody else.
Right.
I think it's pro choice per household.
Hmm.
If pro life, go for it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this is yeah, I don't like it. Okay.
Yep. Got it. Got it. All right. So let's do Ask Kiana in the time we got left. All right. So Ask Kiana is brought to you by the One Community Grocery Co-op. You can join us as an owner to help produce healthy, fresh food options and provide for community needs. You can go to ocgc.coop. OCGC.coop is the website. You can also go to One Community Grocery Co-op on Facebook and learn more about the work and also tap into community events that are coming up. I think there may be a pop-up market this Sunday that the One Community Grocery Co-op will be participating in. Pull up, get you some fresh veggies, and find out more about how you can join and be a part of the movement. Dear Qiana,
Mhm.
I hope you're well. I wanted to share something that's been on my mind. My husband's ex girlfriend has been making over the top comments on his social media posts, and it's starting to make me uncomfortable. I tried discussing it with him, but he doesn't see it as an issue. It's one thing for her to comment and just, like or share, some of his posts, but she's been consistently bringing up their past relationship and making it known that they were together, even though this has been years and years and years ago. I value your insights and was wondering if you've faced a similar situation or have any advice. How would you recommend addressing this with my husband? Your perspective would mean a lot to
One, if you're uncomfortable with it, your husband should be uncomfortable with it at
me.
this
Ooh.
point, right?
Bing, bing, bing.
Especially if you're like you were okay with it, but now they're going over the top. I
Hmm.
mean, honestly, what significance does this person have in in his life that he has to keep her on social media? It's social media, block her.
Right.
It's
Block her.
block
You
her.
don't even discuss it with him.
But
Block her.
but I will tell you this: the person is always trying to, the person that calls the other woman, right?
Okay.
The person that
Barbara calling Shirley. Oh, that's Shirley. Hey, no, that's Shirley. Shirley made the phone call. Hey, Barbara, it's Shirley.
the one who calls or trying to make their self significant is the one that has no
Okay, I got you.
that
I
has
got you.
no significance whatsoever.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah, she's probably a little thirsty, trying to throw a little thirst trap out there. Your husband probably don't even really care and probably like laughing like,
yeah. That's what it said. It said,
like yeah, men don't think like women,
that's
right?
true.
And so he be like,
Yeah, he
oh,
doesn't see it as an issue, is what it says. I tried discussing it with him, but he doesn't see it as an issue.
he
Yeah.
like, have you seen her lately? Like she missing 4 teeth.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
In his mind, he like, girl, I've been with you. Have you seen?
Don't worry about it,
Don't worry about
sweetheart.
sweetheart.
Yeah,
Don't worry
ain't
about
nothing happening over there. Yeah. But like you said, if she's uncomfortable with it, though, I think that's how you have that conversation.
yeah, like yo, like you know what I
Even though
mean?
you don't think it's an issue, it's an issue for me.
Right. I really don't
Yeah,
like it. Like I feel like it's a line of disrespect.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And when you're telling him that, like, yo, I really feel like this kind of borderline disrespectful because she knows that you're in a marriage,
Right. And it says it's been years and years.
years and years ago. So years and years ago,
Right. Block her. We need that to get a button like, no, what's that song? Unfollow
yeah,
me. Oh my God.
yeah. But I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you, but I mean, honestly, your husband probably it laughs and giggles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And on another thing, it probably also boosts his ego
Okay.
a little bit
So
to
you got to
know.
be careful with that then.
Right. But everybody likes to feel like they're wanted.
Yeah.
Right? So you be like, oh yeah,
Uh-oh.
only the bitches should blah blah blah.
Uh-oh.
You feel like look, I
Uh-oh.
still got it.
Even though the person who were letting me know I got it got 4 teeth missing. Oh my God. Yeah, there is an ego, a rush of dopamine, I guess, with that type of
Even if you're so
flattery.
like, because even if you
Mm.
know you're not leaving your spouse to walk out look nice and somebody like, boy, you look good. You be like,
Ah, wow.
you pop your collar a little bit, you know, because you be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and it ain't even nothing. You be like, yeah, Tashawn got her one.
She do. She do. She really do. I feel like that sometimes.
Right. You
I
know, so
do.
it don't
Yeah.
mean anything. It has nothing to do with that other person.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I
Right.
mean? So when people be like, girl, you look good.
Yeah. You just take that and keep
And
moving.
keep it
Yeah.
moving. If you're extra smiling, you think your spouse like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you know the source of it. You know
Right.
you know
So
what's really happening and what's
it,
really going on.
right. She
Yeah.
want what's yours. She can't have. Don't worry about it. But
Mm.
I would talk if you're really
But I
that
guess it.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If you're really uncomfortable with it, tell your husband like, yo,
Yeah.
I want her gone.
Yeah. Block her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it also depends on how he's engaging. So if he's responding to it, like, okay, it's one thing to be like, okay, flattery, see it, laugh it off, haha. But if like he's
Right.
Like
If you
if this kind of this back and forth exchange, like it's not saying whether it's her post that's making her uncomfortable or whether it's his
he respond,
response.
but she did
Yeah.
say he responded. Now, if
Okay.
he's responded,
N-
now we have a problem.
no, Houston, we have a problem.
Houston,
Yeah. Okay. Because if he's engaging, but if it's just there and he's looking like, okay, cool, but
yeah.
how he's responding and engaging, yeah,
A lot of times you can't control people
yeah.
what they do on the social media. People make posts, they do all this other stuff. But I mean,
But you can
block
block her.
block her.
And that goes into like social media passwords and all of that stuff. So if you have his password, if you get able to get in on his page, feel free to
So do-
block her.
yeah, you got, so what do you think about like sharing passwords and stuff like that?
I'm all right with it.
So
I mean, it's because
so it depends.
the two people in my relationship.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that. So I'm okay with it. One is because like I'm okay with it until I'm not okay with it.
Okay, sharing password. Okay.
Because share passwords is good when you're not looking for something wrong.
Okay.
If you only want my passwords to go look for something, you're gonna make something up.
Okay.
So it does nothing.
So if the request for the password is rooted in suspicion, then that's a problem.
Because it does nothing for the relationship.
Okay.
But like if you need my password because like your phone dead, and
Okay.
you just because like I want
So yeah, when would you like? How do you ask for a social media password? Like, let me get that password. Like, how does that conversation even become a
people don't
topic?
even really share. Like, okay, like I have all of Cheyenne's social media passwords,
Right.
right? Because I'm her manager,
Right.
right? But other than that, but
Like in a relationship, though. Like, okay, we're
so
a couple, and it's like, okay, I think it's time for us to have a password conversation.
so in passwords on social media, I've never exchanged
Okay.
passwords
Because
on
that also gives them access to your DM,
and all that other
and
stuff.
the DM is another form of communication.
I'm not doing it.
You don't want the password?
I don't want. Let me tell you, like it's
Yeah.
like I don't want the password, but
Yeah.
I'm one of the people that's not really jealous, right?
Right.
So I, I I expect for other people to want you,
Okay.
right?
Margaret said you don't ask for it. How do you get it then if you don't ask for it, Margaret?
So like cell phones,
Yeah.
you know that has happened before.
Because I mean, being able to like get the phone and use the phone to go in and see, their page is one thing. Having a password, meaning like you really like you had a different spot. But like I said, I'm cool with it.
Do y'all have each other? Y'all
We,
you don't.
I think I gave it to her. Like it's not an issue, but it's like I don't remember what her password is. She
Right,
don't
yes.
like it's not something like okay, let me make sure that I
So
got
I'm
this
gonna tell you,
password.
when
Yeah,
people go and want their spouse's password to social
yeah,
media, if it's not business related,
yeah.
I think it roots into like an insecurity.
Right, because it's available. Like
Right, like
again, my phone is available,
like
but
if you go
yeah,
on my phone and you happen to go, I don't really, but I think
yeah,
it's really kind of unnecessary. Like
yeah.
you know, and again, I will go in to say if you using it to try to
Like looking for something.
no, if it doesn't help the relationship and it hurts it,
Yeah,
leave it alone.
then get rid of them passwords.
No, keep your passwords, give them up.
Yeah, no,
Personal space, like, and I'll tell
yeah. That's
you,
what they talk about, healthy boundaries and all of that
and
stuff.
I
It's
think
kind
you
of what
need healthy boundaries.
comes into play.
And social media passwords is like a healthy boundary. This is like
Yeah.
your email.
Okay. No, I won't. Oh, yeah. I need help. So
But she has access.
yeah, you can get it. Like that's the whole thing. I think that's the other part of
Mhm.
we talk about communication as one of the fundamentals of
Mhm.
uh healthy relationship. One of the things that I've seen with jealousy and suspicion is not having transparent communication lines. So if it's a line of communication that you have, and I know that that line of communication exists, that's one thing. But like if you got a secret line of communication and it's a way that you communicating with somebody and it's like you don't want it to be known, that's what causes suspicion.
It does, but I'm gonna tell you,
Like why you don't want me to know you talking to
no,
that person?
but suspicious people
Yeah.
can make people like
The
delete it.
Holy Quran says this. The Holy Quran says that suspicion in some cases is sin.
Right. So
Yeah.
listen, if you're always looking for something negative or looking for something, you're gonna make it up. And so
But what
like
if you ain't looking for it? What if it's just right there in your face?
that's another scenario.
Right.
But like, if I text you, hey, boo, 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 and then you find like you laugh out loud and say, hey, in letters, and you make and my spouse make a big
Yeah.
fuss about it. No, it was just
That's just how we communicate.
right.
Yeah.
But then you find something wrong with everything, then now you put
Okay.
me in a box where like, hey, I can't even keep this in my because this person's gonna think something of it.
Ah,
You know what I mean? And
that's a bad spot to be in.
these are unhealthy relations, but you're thinking people backgrounds are different.
Yeah.
So where you are being transparent and everybody, this person over here has a lot of insecurities and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
They're looking for when you're gonna betray them. So they look anything looks like betrayal.
I hear you, and here's what I would say to that. Just kind of just what's coming up for me. If you see that somebody, your partner, significant other, whatever, and this person in this relationship is suspicious of you, and your response to that suspicion is to start hiding things, that's not a solution, in my opinion, because that solution is going to cause more problems. Because now it went from I know that that person sent you a message. I thought something about it. You said it wasn't that. And now you're hiding and deleting those messages. What are we doing here?
Right. Like,
like now you hiding the messages because you thinking I'm thinking. So now that's going to validate. Like, okay, see, why you hiding the messages now?
This is what that person, whoever's in that, is not. They're
Yeah.
never gonna win.
Yeah.
I keep the messages. Yeah, y'all talking too much.
Okay.
Delete them. What happened to them?
Yeah.
There's no winning in that situation other
Yeah.
than that person.
Because I'm thinking like if you gotta hide a message from your spouse, then maybe you shouldn't be messaging. Maybe that's a message you shouldn't send.
No, listen.
If you gotta hide it, if you gotta sneak and do it, then you probably shouldn't be doing it.
No, but what I'm saying is some people. You got to think people are not in healthy relationships.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're talking from an aspect where you and your wife where she's not just
and it's just a feeling. Like it's just like that feeling that you're putting on yourself for trying to keep this thing hidden. Like that's stress in itself. Because now you got to be like, oh, let me make sure I delete. Like that's too much.
I would agree.
So if you got to do that, then just quit the thing. Don't do the thing.
But again, you can't quit the thing if the thing is like your business.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
so that's the conversation then. Not you don't hide it. You say, look, let's talk about this. This is my business and I'm going to do it. But as soon as you start hiding it, it adds more suspicion on top of the suspicion.
But usually people just want to try to eliminate the problem altogether.
And that's why I said if your solution to the problem causes more problems, it's not really a solution. And hiding things from your spouse or your partner or significant other, for me, is not the way that you want to go.
And what happens is a lot of people have their own lingo and their talk.
Yeah.
Like somebody may say, baby. Like, you know how they call everybody baby and they put it
sugar, honey, yeah.
Why you baby?
Right.
I can't show her or his message to everybody else. This is just how they talk.
Right. Because if they see it, they're gonna think XYZ.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't talking about everybody else. I'm just talking about your partner.
Right.
Like, if your partners look at it and then you say, "Oh, that's just how that person talk." If they like say, "Oh, well, I don't like for them to talk like that," then that's a conversation that we have.
Right. But I'm just saying, like everything can be blown up, and people be wanting peace and harmony in their house.
And sometimes the peace and harmony come with like, I'm just gonna tuck this on this side, and you'll never know that it was there. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. But now, do you lie when they ask you? That's another part of it.
No.
Now, do you hide it and lie about it?
Well, like, what you mean?
Have you talked to so and so?
No, you shouldn't lie about
it. Okay,
there you go.
There you go. Yeah, I talked to him. Well, I ain't see it in your phone. Okay, because I deleted it because I ain't want you to think something crazy. Now you get to have that conversation.
No. We talked.
We'll pick this up on Friday. We'll have our morning version of He Say, She Say. I will be at Urban Drinkery this Friday, y'all, so make sure that y'all pull up, come through, man. 7:30 to 9 a.m. We'll be over there. So y'all come by. This has been your brother John. There's more needs to be done than needs to be said.
Right. Yeah. Be the change you want to be or see. Right. Those 5 things that make you giggle, smile, and stay tuned to you.
Make you lose you and shout all around the house.
Yeah.
And she's up next. So this has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And we out.